I will blow up everywhere. Let the whole place be blown off. Let it. People must learn. Enough is enough.
Chai, my people, like what is happening in the River State is getting out of hand. Wike is doing too much, honestly. Today, Fubara, the governor of River State, was denied access to the Rivers Assembly. Can you just imagine that? They are just doing everything possible in order to humiliate this man just because he's kind of quiet. He doesn't even want this, gra with Wike. But Wike is really doing too much. And the painful part is that the president is kind of backing Wike up, is kind of supporting Wike. You guys heard what he said, he was so focused on Fubara, telling Fubara, do this and do that. But he never made mention of Wike, knowing that Wike is involved in whatever that is happening in the River State. Or maybe he's kind of supporting Wike because he would like Wike to help me again come 2027. My people, just take a look and see what happened today in River State, as well as what Wike said concerning this crisis in River State. Like, this is really, really getting out of hand.
Come on for road.
No talk.
Open up, so get the building, get the place on the building. Open up.
No go. Elema, let me commission him, please. Bro.
There are no security men. Nobody to open the gate. Okay, brother.
Bro.
Let me take Rogers. Microphone.
Where is the microphone?
Kachi, microphone.
Okay, just carry follow the other side.
At this point, you can go like
Hold this.
You can
Let me hold this.
Yes. All right, perfect.
This one.
Okay.
Members of to comply with the Supreme Court judgment. Before my arrival, I've already made several attempts by phone call to reach the Speaker and other members. I also did a letter personally which was transmitted to the Honorable Speaker for this particular invitation. But it's unfortunate that at the gates, you can see that the place is completely sealed and there's no sign that anything is going to happen today. The reason why we're doing this, I've always said it, is the interests of our people, which is the most important thing. Well, I don't think there's anything to worry about. Maybe we are working on the letter. I expect to hear from them.
Now that you've succeeded in the Supreme Court has given its verdict.
Who succeeded?
Well, the gladiators, one of the gladiators. So the Supreme Court, they've spoken, and a lot of people will tell you that what we need in River State now is maybe a political solution to the crisis in River State. Now the governor reached out to members of the House of Assembly, and they didn't turn up, and the assembly people that are saying that look, we weren't invited properly. In all this logjam, the local government chairman, they've been told to leave office, and the governor has reiterated that he is going to follow the verdict of the Supreme Court. He's going to adhere to it. Now, what is the bone of contention now?
First of all, let me correct my impression. When you say I succeeded, I follow the path of rule of law. I follow the path of justice. In this country, we only like people who carry out violence. We don't like people who say, look, let the rule of law prevail. Let justice be done. When you go to court, people think you're making problem. But when you go and snap picture to say, I will destroy the oil pipeline, and then government will respect you. People will respect you. We don't want crisis. But people come and say, look, what you are doing is not right. Can we follow due process and do this? I cannot believe it in this country we are today. For whatever reason it is. Nigerians are talking about stressing the issue that 3 members of the House will sit and make laws for a state that we are talking about Supreme Court. Do we need to go to Supreme Court? I mean, just tell me, in a modern democracy, in the modern world we are, forget about you don't like Wike, you must not like Wike. You don't need to like him. As you are seated here, in your own conscience, are you telling me 3 members will constitute a parliament? Hold on.
6 members while you were governor.
Yes. That is not correct, now please. You see, people should stop all this. Even when they say so, why not do your own researches? It's not what they say, what is your own research? Remember, assembly was inaugurated. Remember there was tribunal. Court of Appeal nullified some seats. Court of Appeal nullified some seats. Before that time, the budget had been done. And then we did a rerun. And assembly was full. If anybody tells you that I, as governor, presented budget to the number that's not what is required by the Constitution, it's a blatant liar. Bring prove it. It's not a question of going to Arise, which is their normal television, or going to a channel. No. Prove empirical evidence.
People are saying that you are not magnanimous in victory.
In victory.
That you are, it's like a winner takes all things.
Hold
that
on.
you are grandstanding.
Hold on, winner what? You see, put in the winner what? What did you win? Now let me say something. Don't distract me. Let me say something. You said the governor Richard, who politician? He says you go arrive later. Hold on. If you're a good politician, you have had a first relationship with me for how many years? I've never sat down with you. I've never spoken with you. You see my salaries. You see my allowances. Granted by law. You took it. No problem. Now you want a court of appeal. It didn't even occur to you. Even though I want a court of appeal, I think what peace. The matter went to Supreme Court. And Supreme Court now gave judgment. Then the next thing we'll do, now you want to implement, who said no? Is it by writing letter? And who signed the letter? A bloody SSG. Who signed letter to a head of arm of government? What an insult is that? You are telling me here, Senate to government will sign letter to the President of Senate or to Speaker of the House of Representatives the president is coming to present budget. Isn't that it is done?
What should he have done?
If you're a politician, you know what to do. Look, I don't understand. Listen. First of all, assuming you want to go through that route, what is normally done? You call the leadership and say, listen, this is where we are. I want to present this budget. But okay, let's look at it. That should be okay for us. You are not the one to write that I'm coming to present budget tomorrow. Who does that? No, who does that? You want to play to the gallery that you wrote a letter, which is rubbish. I have been in government. I don't just write a letter to Mr. Speaker. I'm coming to present budget tomorrow morning. I think I should do it. Do you know their engagement? All this is done is to tell you that I'm sincere. Mr. Speaker, where are you? Are you at home? Can you come? Can I come? Can we talk? And they agree on something. And then Mr. Speaker will go back and call his colleagues. Listen, Mr. Governor called me. I met with him. He said, look, he wants to present budget so day. It's okay. Monday, Tuesday. But Speaker, you know that our schedule is so tight. Okay, no, let us accommodate. That's how things are done. All these letters you are writing is useless. You are not sincere. You are playing to the gallery. Everybody knows you are not sincere. You are playing to the gallery. A true politician would not do that way. Let me tell you, Mr. President was to present budget to the National Assembly. Assembly people were not happy for one thing or the other. We met in ESCO, and they said, oh, they've shifted it to the next so day. Why? He had to meet with leadership to agree some gray areas. He doesn't need to write letter. A man who does not want peace is a man who is playing to the gallery. Writing a letter, I've written letter. Written letter to who? To your son?
Well, you make this meeting sound very, very easy. After a frosty relationship, that might not be very easy.
That's the point I'm trying to make. Okay, so now you agree with me. After a frosty relationship, you have suffered their families. They cannot pay their children's school fees. Their money they are entitled. Court gave order, you cannot stop their money. You had a penchant of disobeying court orders. This is a country where, I have never, we like things that somebody is doing something wrong. Instead of you to come out to say, look, what you are doing is wrong. You go and capture, oh, it is a social political opponent. What kind of rubbish is that? Must you not have opponent? In politics, must you not have opponent? Is there any law that says in politics, everybody must queue behind you? So what is all this? Oh, his opponent. So what? If you give your opponent opportunity to make you unstable, then you will be unstable. You will be. That's no law. After all, there are also people who are working against Tinubu's administration. So Tinubu cannot come and complain. My opponents are working against his opponents. Did they tell him that they will make him to be comfortable? Who does that?
Your Excellency, some people might say, the frostiness is, on both sides in terms of the ultimatums that were given.
Yes,
ultimatums that were given by the Amia Wule's-led legislators about presenting the budget, and also the issues of the commissioners that were elected without vetting from the...
Now you are taking that point. Now let me tell you something. Are you not going to commend them? That they even agreed that we are ready. Can you present the budget? You are presenting to 3 people now. So the budget is there. It's not as if you are going to do it. Okay, carry it. Come on, we are ready to work with you.
But
for the interest.
The new ones was different.
I'm coming. What?
The new ones was different. They gave them an ultimatum.
No, you see, that is the problem. Come. When you say ultimatum, I say, within 48 hours, submit your budget. What is substance? No, I can't be ready by 48 hours. Give me 1 week. What is wrong in that? always capitalizing on things that if you really want the peace of the state, why are you picking on things that will not help? If the legislature says, we are going on recess for the interest of the state, if you can present the budget, we do for them, because we're living on recess. Have they not done well? All you would have done as a sincere person is to say, look, no, it's too urgent for me. Can you people shift your research? Give me 1 week. That's how people do things. You don't just come out, hey, why should I give up to me? Who the hell are you? No. Listen. Who the hell are you? The governor is not sincere. I never knew he's this kind of character. Let me tell you, Supreme Court said that nowhere 3 members can sit and legislate for the state. You took your Attorney General, Commissioner, for these 3 members to screen. And Supreme Court said it's not possible. And as some people said, look, submit the list of members of your cabinet. We are willing to screen them. Instead of us to applaud them, you are saying, why should they give time limit? I'm traveling. I want to do it now before I travel. What's wrong in that? Now what you did, to hell with those a lot of people. Those are the people.
Honorable Minister,
Your selfish interest.
those are
Minister,
people actually.
yes.
Can I finish?
Those are people who elected
Hold on.
these
It's not
lawmakers.
correct. Those are people who are deceiving the governor, who are collecting his money. Let me tell you, if they're intelligent, governor, they gave you 48 hours. Governor, and then 48 hours is not enough. I need 1 week. You don't go and begin to sit of discord. You don't do that. As they are now, they are hot. It is in your place to say, look, I know you're hot. I'm sorry. See what has happened. Don't act as if you're a father. Now, what they did, when the assembly said, submit list, he now told his commissioners to go to court. The commissioners went to court, challenging the assembly that we cannot live as commissioners after Supreme Court has given judgment on this matter.
Is that a fact?
It's the truth. They went to State High Court. Of course, you know, the worst State High Court today we have is the State High Court.
It wasn't like that when you were there.
It couldn't have been. It couldn't have been. Look, I respect court judgment. I do. How would I look like as a light bencher? I perpetrate in disobeying court orders.
But because of your interest now,
What's my interest?
the average Riverian on the streets, they're saying that, look, because
When
of
did
your
you go to
interest,
the street to listen to them?
they're saying the state allocation has been seized now.
By who?
Because of your
By the
interest.
federal
By
government.
who? Okay, hold on.
Honorable
By whose
Minister.
The Supreme
conduct?
Court has ordered.
Instead of you to say, thanking us, to making sure the right thing is being done.
Are you happy?
And aren't you worried
happy
that Rivers
that the
staff will
allocation-
not be paid?
Hold
They will
on.
not be
Can-
paid
can I
salaries
hear one
because
person?
of this.
Now, let me tell you something. Do you know you ought to commend us for challenging illegality? How many states can do that? How many states can tell their governor what they're doing is wrong? In our state, we say no. 3 people cannot constitute an assembly. 3 people cannot appropriate funds for you to spend. You have to commend us. Your state, who can do it? They would have bought the assembly members. In our state, no. We are not prisoners of war. Well, we are not. And that's why the assembly said, look, you can't continue to do this. Let them go and buy them. They will not agree. The right thing, hold on, the right thing must be done. And we challenge illegality. Today we are happy that Supreme Court has made a pronouncement. The Apex Court has made a pronouncement. Who is wrong? Who is right? Commend those who challenge illegality. Don't commend those who said we will do anything that's wrong.
Nobody could challenge you during your time. The state assembly
Listen,
cannot
hold on.
just stand
Hold
up
on.
to look at you.
That is my problem with you.
During your 8 years.
Who told you? Okay, the mere fact nobody challenged me.
There's no record of that.
Hold on now.
Any speaker.
Okay, hold on. The mere fact, see, let me tell you. The speaker and assembly members are not their children. You must have a relationship with them. I sit with them. We eat together. We drink together. We play together. They're not your boys. They're not your girls. They were elected. As you were also elected. Some of them, it was through the election that made you to win the election. So you must not treat them as if they're my boys. No, you don't do that. You don't do that. Legislature is a different arm of government. It's not an attachment to executive arm. So you must be careful. I see that I travel with my legislature. I do. As I'm traveling, as the Mr. Speaker, can I have 3, 4, 5 members to accompany me for this trip? It's building relationship. The president travels in my trip. You create relationship. It's not a master-servant thing. You cannot do it. If you have been doing it before, you succeeded, does not mean today you will succeed. And the world, you see, we are moving to a world that you cannot try it. And the problem the governor has today, those around him who are milking him, they have milked the state. And the governor said it yesterday. I thought he should have said on his place, said the parties, that the money they have spent. No, I didn't spend that kind of money. No way. None of my lawyers told me you are going to pay this. He must have a good relationship with people. Goodwill pays a lot. Right. And that's what paid for us. It's because we have good relationship with our lawyers. No lawyer say you must pay this or pay it. But I know what they are going to spend. And they make him. They are not telling him the truth. His lawyers bungled their case. And they don't want to tell the people. Yesterday, I heard that some people went to see Mr. President. Pandem. Yes. It's the worst organization anybody can rely on. Why? Let me tell you. I used to tell my father, I said, Dad, I got to you. I'm disappointed with this. If you continue with this, I'm not going to support you. I will not be a party to it. If you have a father who is always interested in money, he can sell his child or his children. All these leaders, look at the comments they have made. Mr. President intervened in this matter. Mr. President intervened. I'm not talking about Vice President though. Mr. President intervened. Vice President was there. National Security Advisor was there. National Security Advisor signed for implementation of peace. This same Pandef came out and said, Mr. President has no right. They took Mr. President to court. People like Chief Saraibe, one of the worst persons you can ever think of. One of the merchants, political merchants. I knew them. Delta Smith, whom I respected, went to government house. Look at the statement he made. I'm an Nyesom man. You're an Nyesom man. Call us. We'll be with you. An elder statesman would go and make such a statement. Now you are the same person coming again now to go and meet Mr. President to intervene. Intervene what? Mr. President that had no right? Mr. President that you took to court? That he had no power to intervene. They took Mr. President to court. From the State High Court of River State, down to the Court of Appeal, they lost. Down to Supreme Court. Now, people do things, you don't want to go back to let people know the correct thing. Now, Supreme Court have given judgment. Now, you are going to tell President to do what? Now, President should do what?
Sorry to
Supreme Court judgment should not be obeyed.
Yeah, but the governor has said he would obey the judgment, and there are calls for his impeachment. Would you support the impeachment of Governor Nyesom Fubara?
Excuse me. Who called for impeachment? Who said they have called? Who called?
People who are
who
seem to be loyal to you are saying that they are going for the jugular.
I didn't know you have record of people who are loyal to me. I didn't know your business is to sit down, write names of people who are loyal to me.
But will you support an impeachment?
If you have committed an offense to be killed, what is wrong? Is it a criminal offense? It's provided in the Constitution.
You can't just wait till 2027 to vote him out.
Am I a member of the Assembly? The point I'm making, if you have committed an infraction of the Constitution and the Assembly deems it fit to say you should be impeached, let me tell you, Politics is not played just like this. Is it the first person that people have threatened about impeachment? Don't you know what to do? What is all this good about you that they will impeach? And let me tell you, and I have heard people say, oh, if they impeach him, that will be breakdown of law and order. Rubbish. Hold on, rubbish. Those which is nonsense.
Militants. Coloration.
Rubbish. Tell me who are the militants? Who is not a militant? Who is born as a militant? No, tell me the person that's born the day you were giving birth. They say you're a militant. Who is not a militant? Who cannot blow at the pipeline? Why do you arrogate this power to a certain group of people? It's just people are the only people who can blow pipeline. What nonsense is that? Who told the people cannot blow pipeline? Who told the people cannot blow pipeline? Who told the people cannot blow pipeline? Why do we arrogate powers to people? There's nothing like that. Two, who is the one doing the contract of the pipeline? Who is the one doing the pipeline contract? The sovereign. It's not a Johnson. It's not a Tompolo. It's not Antita. They gave you that to do surveillance. You are the one collecting money, German. And they say Ijaw people are going to break pipeline. And somebody will hear that. That's crap. Look, the moment I hear that, to hell, how dare you threaten a country? How dare you?
So you're discussing the threats.
Which threat? It does not exist. It does not exist. These are political things planted by some people in government. Look, all of us know ourselves. All of us know ourselves. You make an appointment of MD of NDC, they threaten, they blow pipeline. You make an appointment here, they threaten, they blow pipeline. What kind of country are we in? As a sitting president, you threaten me that if you follow what the court said, I will blow up everywhere. Let the hope they be blown off. People must learn. Enough is enough. You don't tell anybody that. I was a governor. I see security report. I said, this security report, this one is fake. I said, it's fake. I said, the SSS, this one is fake. Take it out. I know where this one is coming from. That's one security report you see. You laugh. Planted by people in government who are in support of what the young boy is doing.
All right, sir. But we may have to move towards solution. At the end of the day, we mentioned political solution at the beginning of the discussion. The people who are in a face-off, this long face-off, members of the assembly, even the governor came through your, political wing. He was your boy. So there must be a way that the Rivers people won't suffer.
That's what I thought you should have said. Now, everybody, the assembly people should have shown they are coming from somewhere. We cannot deny where we are coming from. We must be grateful. But for certain persons, we may not have been here. Now, you want them to obey us. But you two, that came through us, you don't want to obey. Why are you not compelling us to put on the assembly people, but not to be loyal? Who told you they are not human? That blood is not flowing, it's water. Why not if they say, sir, we have been loyal now, we don't want to be loyal again. After all, the governor, you brought him to now. Is he loyal to you? Yes. So why do you people want only one group to be loyal? And the other one should not be loyal. Whom you are supporting, giving all the back. The truth must be told. I have told people, when law speaks, all this Asawana will die. And the law has spoken. And all this, let me tell you something. And people should have that right. It just does not constitute the majority of the Niger Delta. People must speak out the truth. Heaven will not fall. You only die once, not 2 times. It just does not constitute the majority of the Niger Delta. What nonsense every day you wake up? Ijaw will do this. In Akwa Ibom, Ijaw cannot be governor. In Delta, Ijaw is the minority of the minority. With all due respect to our late elder statesman, Edwin Clark, he's from Delta. He had never produced Ijaw man to be governor of Delta. He had never. The only place Ijaw man can solely be governor is in Bayelsa State. Not in Edo, not in Rivers, a minority of the minorities. Out of our own benevolence, live and let live. I'm my teacher. Gentlemen, we are working as a team. We are members of the same political family. Let's allow this to go this way. If it is by strength, it cannot be the Ogonis. It cannot be the Empires. It cannot be the Queries. It cannot. Every time you hear this, he just said this, he just didn't say this. What kind of system are we talking about?
Honorable Minister.
When people do something to bring everybody together, you appreciate it. In fact, when I brought this governor, they said no, it's not the real job. They said not the real job. If you are talking about his job, he should come to the Canabaris. How can you say if they want to give governor to a job, it should be a purple? You see the problem that we're in. And you close your eyes, you did it. All those who fought me, who said, no, we cannot accept this, are the ones parading themselves, hanging around him, taking his money.
Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister. You have your attention now?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sure, because I know how all of this started, I'm sure you are not just interested in winning the war. As the leader, you should also be interested in winning the battles and, of course, winning peace as well. If you listen to the way Mr. President spoke yesterday, it will seem as if the pathway to peace has been thrown to the leadership of that state. And between you and Governor Fubara, I see you as the leader. Would you do everything possible as the leader to pick up the gauntlet and draw up a roadmap, a pathway to peace?
Does he think I have a role to play? Has he ever called me?
I am putting it to you.
No, that's what I'm saying. You can
that you should pick up the gauntlet.
You can take a horse to the stream, but you cannot force the horse to drink water. You have a problem. Now let me tell you why it's very difficult. No, let me tell you, people should understand. Look, if he was a good person, we have an elder, Chief Ferdinand Alabraba, 80-something years. I'm sure as the time he made his money, this boy was not born. This governor was not born. He was the one who cried in our meeting for a Nigerian man to be chosen to be governor. This elder statesman, the consensus almost had treated the Ogonis. In fact, while we were there, the primary was to take place. So the primary was delayed. The rumor had even gone to the delegates that my former commissioner of finance, who's an Ogoni chap, is one to be picked. This governor stepped down for him. That is his voice. It was this elder statesman, Ferdinand Alabraba. He nearly collapsed. He said, look, they should not do this to him. O.C. Joketa was there. This boy, I quite a boy, went and abused this elder statesman, that one elder who doesn't know what he's doing. A man who has made money long before even he was born. His children had went to the best of the schools. Now he can't go back to him now. He went on television, abused O.C. Joketa, so-called legal luminary, so-called. OCJ attended University, attended the University of London, a respected former president of NBA, former chairman of Board of Benchers. You will go to national television, abuse OCJ. Chief Sergeant Awuse was sick, was under coma. We were praying to God, let Awuse recover. Awuse was one of those who said, look, let's allow him. Awuse was in the hospital. Chairman of River State National Rail, this boy came out on national television and removed Awuse. That Awuse was not thoughtful. A man who was dying. Now, he does not know where to run to again. Ordinarily, these are the people that will call their family people. Listen, stop. But nah, don't forget about me. Forget about me.
No, but it's not possible.
You don't have the power.
Sorry.
You have the capacity. Now you are giving me
The responsibility.
No,
Yes, and the
We're
president
giving you
said
the
so
responsibility.
yesterday
but
that
you
the
don't
ball is in your
have
court.
what it takes to give me responsibility.
Well,
Even
Nigerians are looking
can I
up
tell-
to you.
Can I tell you something? President knows my position.
That
I'm
you
not
don't
the
want
man.
peace?
But President knows my position.
That you don't want peace?
What is peace? What is important that let the right thing be done. When the right things are done, there will be peace. But if the right is not done, how would you say peace? Peace is predicated on doing the right thing. Go and present their budget. Go and submit the list of their commissioners. You cannot continue to do illegality. The assembly summoned the chairman, one of the most corrupt persons I've ever met. The chairman of the River State Independent Electoral Commission. One justice, enably retired. Let him challenge me. He knows me. Assembly summoned him. He has gone to court, State High Court, because the chief judge is his friend. So we know. But you see, at the end of the day, it will not end there. Assembly summoning chairman of INF, for example, National Assembly. The chairman will now go to court. I mean, look at, you say you want peace.
Honorable Minister, we need to go on a quick break now at this particular point. We'll come back, and that will even allow you to calm down and listen again to that suggestion from this side that you should pick up that
You're not
gauntlet.
giving me power. But you're not saying I should
The
have
president did so yesterday.
No, the president didn't. No.
Indirectly.
The president knows my position. The president knows I'm
The
not this kind
president indirectly put it at the leadership
President
just.
says
Do you
he
know
will not
why
obey the Supreme Court ruling.
Do you know why it should be irritating?
You will tell us when we
and
come back
angry?
from the break.
A president of a country will leave everything he was doing to mediate. A president over 3 hours sat down and brought out something. You come and sign. Are you accepting? Yes. Do you accept? Yes. Do you accept? Yes. Do you accept? Yes. They're called National Security Advisor who signed on behalf of government. And nobody had thought it did. Look, this thing we signed. Why you what has happened?
Honorable
Let
Minister.
us do what the law says.
Okay, talking about the law, I'm talking about a path to peace. You were the one who was on the podium showing the people of River State a certain Nyesom Fubara about 2 years ago for them to vote for him. Those River State indigenes are the ones who will not get paid in these few months where there's this face-off. The path to peace that we're talking about is not necessarily for the two main protagonists.
Yes.
The grass that suffers
Yes.
while these elephants are fighting are the people we are talking about. Are you thinking about them in all these
That is
calculations?
why Assembly said, for the interest of the state, we don't want our state not to receive their money.
You haven't answered the question.
No, I'm coming. No, you cannot tell me when I've answered the question. You're not the one who asked the question. So you cannot, a question you didn't say. You can't say that. So we draw that word. We do it. The point I'm making is that Assembly said, for the interest of the state, for our state to receive our money from the federation account, come and bring this budget now. For the interest of the state, what else do you want people to do? For the interest of the state, the letter, I read it. I saw it on the advertisement. And when Assembly submitted that letter, they took it, read it, called them, they said no, they should return the letter. Governor does not receive communication from the Assembly. Now you are writing letter. The Assembly you don't receive letter from. You want them to receive letter from me. I mean, look at who's looking for peace.
He was trying to say that as a leader, are you not dampening the prospects of peace by not intervening?
I've intervened. That is why I'm telling you that the right thing should be done. Because I said that should I go and say the wrong thing should be done?
Why not call a meeting of all the
Exactly.
Why not call a meeting of all the stakeholders?
Governor OTD, former governor OTD, people like you to come together in a round table and solve this problem.
What do you think? I'm not calling anybody to meeting that.
Okay,
It's not
why
possible.
why don't you call
Now you said
those
it's
you see
involved
as critical stakeholders
Yeah.
around you and around Sim and agree to a
The
roadmap?
medical judgment was given.
Yes.
Our leader, Chief Alabama, called the Assembly people. Say, listen, we thank God what has happened. Understand that this is not personal. It has to do for the interest of the state. Take step to show that you want to really bring peace. Did it take them 48 hours? Ordinarily, with the first relationship, they don't need to write him. with the president lecturer, they didn't even tell him that we're going to recess. They would have just gone. But they said, look, for the internet, we are ready to do it and leave now. What peace effort do people want until they kneel down and crawl to government house and to tell you how bad it is? If you don't want to be a politician, say you don't want to be a politician. I've not seen you for years. I've never discussed anything with you for years. The next thing you do to write me a letter to come to your office.
There's still one case at the Supreme Court, Excellency.
Which case?
The issue of the defection and all of that.
Don't stop carrying this your rumors. No, there's no more case. Let me tell you, and people should hear this and hear it well.
Okay.
The issue of defection has been settled by Supreme Court. And I'll tell you how it happened.
It was touched.
Yes, let me tell you.
Okay.
So most of you don't read. You don't read.
We read every day.
Yes, you don't read.
Stories that come
You don't read. Hold on, we do that. You don't read.
Excuse me?
I give it to you. You don't read.
Then tell us your
Hold on.
perspective.
It's not about reading novels. No.
No, we don't just read.
No. You don't read. I challenge any of you who has read the judgment.
I have.
Hold on now.
I just supported you.
Hold on.
Let's hear your own perspective.
Hold on. You read Akume's judgment.
I read all the judgment.
Hold on. Did you read the judgment of Nyesom?
I said I read all the judgment.
What did she say? Now let me tell you how the thing came about, so some of you would learn. At the Federal High Court, before Justice Abdul Malik, who said, no, you cannot be taking money from Federation without a budget. Therefore, stopping Central Bank and account Nigeria. They went on appeal at the Court of Appeal here. Court of Appeal, now, that was a dissenting judgment by Justice Banjoko. That was the judgment by Justice Barker and Obiora. Obiora and Justice Barker agreed that the Federal High Court had no jurisdiction on the issue of jurisdiction. Obiora and Barker said, Justice Banjoko said no. The Federal High Court had the jurisdiction and dissented. Now, on the merit, Barker agreed with Justice Banjoko that the Court of Appeal was right, that they have held the position that 3-4 people cannot constitute an assembly to make law, not to talk about appropriation. Now, we now appeal on the issue of jurisdiction solely to the Supreme Court. Now, listen to what I'm saying. They now cross appeal on the merit that the Court of Appeal said that these people are the Mamad is the right leadership with the other 26 members. They now cross appeal. So people should learn the truth. There was no defection. There could have been defection. Who wrote that? Justice Nyesom, who is the in-law to Justice Dudley. I hope you know that. Justice Nyesomo's son married Justice Dudley's daughter. But she wrote that 12 pages judgment about the defection. She defined what's called defection. Defined defection constitutionally. Defined defection politically. Defection cannot be hanging. Defection cannot be inconclusive. That there is a presiding officer. By the time you are defecting, the difference is the presiding officer that will declare the seat vacant. Until that is done, you cannot say that defection.
So we see that we read.
No, you don't. Hold on, So I use one language. I'm sorry, but it's good for the public to understand.
Yes.
Because there are some people who don't understand it's a lie, but they understand a lie. They do understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
So the point I'm making is that Supreme Court came out boldly and made a statement. There's no defection. That somebody was waving flag. How does that constitute defection in law? That in fact is even worse. Assuming the presiding officer is in a different party, and these people are defecting to his own party, he may not hit the gavel. Until he hits the gavel, then can you say that's a defection? They become defected. You cannot say they are defected with your own mouth. Now somebody said, I'm not the president of America. Has not made it to the president of America. Nobody does that. So the issue of defection was thoroughly dealt with. If you read Justice E.M.A. Wosu's own district. So I'm just trying to bring this clearer. They're all telling lies. Lies. And that's what they will tell you, who still have the matter at the federal court. What to matter?
Honorable Minister, we need to bring to a close this issue of rivers because there are still issues about the polity generally that we also need to talk about. Just your final word on the issue of rivers. Will you be interested in winning both the peace and the battles, having won the war now in rivers? As a leader,
what's called
will you?
Battle is war now.
The battle,
Everybody is still winning the battle of war.
The battle are things like that we are talking about now, like the governor still going to the House of Assembly when he doesn't have their nod to come and sit there and all of that. Those are the little battles.
That's what I'm trying to say.
How do we end all of that?
Why not? I don't know why you are still going back. I said we have started the issue of peace. Assembly, make sure that you take the budget. And they took steps. How do you make peace? If we don't want peace, we would have told assembly people, go. Don't come back. Stay away for 6 months. But that was to tell you after that, it's only for you to reciprocate.
Can you do more?
I don't know what you said you want to take my blood, which I'm not ready to give.
No, Excellency.
I'm not ready to see. I'm serving here. I cannot just every time I'm thinking of you ask me about what happened in the judiciary or whatever judiciary. Look at the effort. And again, you want me? I'm human.
But you have to support Mr. President's vision. And ahead of 2027, the idea is to get Rivers State for the president.
Don't even you tell me I have to support. Who is the one? Who is the bedrock? Who? I'm the one. I am the one that will champion Mr. President. I'm also doing it. You don't preach that one to me. Everybody knows me in this country.
Will you sanction the impeachment of Sim Fubara?
Sanction.
Yes.
If assembly thinks that he committed infraction, and he knows he committed, you find peace. It's not by gara-gara. It's not by threatening.
Gloria,
see, let me tell you, if an armed robber knows he committed armed robbery, what you do when you go to court, my Lord, I did this. Forgive me. Give me a second opportunity. The judge will look at you. Okay. Guy has done it. Instead of killing him, that I give him 2 years imprisonment. 3 years. You understand me? No, but when you sit with people trying to tell you, let me tell you how arrogant. Let me tell you this. The governor was misled. 3 weeks to Supreme Court judgment. Do you know what he did? In my own family, my community, the governor came and removed my chief. My chief, yes. I made another person in my own family. In my own family. Now, that's the point I'm making, because he was giving the hope that he will win the Supreme Court. So nothing. Now you tell me, we have played politics to the level you penetrate to somebody's family, to dabble into internal affairs. Now, you know, sometimes when people talk about this peace, you don't take everything to consideration. You just sit outside, you talk. Look at me, former governor, Minister of FCT. Governor has the timidity, the audacity, because he had money for federation account, because he had money for IGR, would enter my own family to remove the chief and make another person chief. Come on. What is anybody talking? What is anybody talking? And you are telling me if I'm ready for peace. Who is talking this problem now? Who is talking the problem? You look at me. Me or 4 persons, so who are you? I'm not talking about local government. I'm talking my own family. You look at me. Simply because judicial merchants have told you you will win. They've collected your money And that's why I pity judges and justices. I pity them. People collect money and they play this game. How do they play the game? They play this game. If you win, they say the judges collected money. Meanwhile, no kobo was given. I pity them. Yeah, I mean, I know what I know. Now, if they don't win, they go back and say, well, it will be difficult for us to go and collect the money back. Because let people not know that we pay the bribe. So, whichever way, they suffer. And then what happened to him? And that's why he said yesterday, instead of him to blame himself, he said the parties. No.
All right.
Welcome to Chamber News TV.